Here. Hey, this is Brian Johnson with Finance and Commerce, and I am pleased to be joined by David Grandstaff, new regional president of AP Midwest for Adolfson and Peterson. As regional president of AP Midwest, David Grandstaff provides strategic leadership and operational oversight, driving regional growth, financial performance, and team development. He works closely with clients, project teams, and industry partners to align business strategies with client objectives, ensuring operational excellence and long-term success in the region. David, how you doing today?
Doing good. Doing good.
Thanks for joining me. So it sounds like you're pretty new to this current position. How long have you been in your new role as regional president?
Wow, it's been about a month and a half, I think.
Okay.
Yeah,
And how is that going so far for you?
it's going great. It's a great team. I'm having a lot of fun getting to know everybody a little bit better and developing new relationships with the team and kind of just figuring it all out. So yeah.
Yeah, so I gave a brief introduction there, but I was wondering if you could tell us a little bit more about your new duties.
Yeah, like you said, my duties revolve around a lot of different things. First and foremost, is ensuring that safety continues to be a culture and not just a policy in our company. It goes beyond compliance for AP. It's a deeply embedded mindset. We have kind of an incident and injury-free culture that emphasizes personal responsibility and care for each worker and making sure that they get home safe. That's my number one priority, day in and day out, right? Is that commitment. And that commitment helps us maintain one of the, safest records in the industry right now. So something we're very proud of and something that stays, in the front of our minds in everything that we do. The next priority that, I'm focusing on is operational excellence. We want to make sure we put together quality products. We want to go out there and provide excellent customer service to our owners. We want to have a meticulous approach in everything that we do, and we want to continue to have a strong eye for risk mitigation, not just identifying risks, but also, pre-planning and getting them mitigated ahead of time. We're super proud of our high client retention rate. And we think that that's a direct result of consistently delivering value, listening to our owners, and building trust. Another thing that AP is always looking at is strategic growth. We understand that there's only three ways that we can really grow. One is to increase our market share in the existing markets that we're active in, kind of find entry into new markets and kind of get a strong kind of foothold in those areas and also expand regionally. We've got a strong team up in Duluth in North Dakota. We're looking to kind of bring in Rochester into that area that we impact day in and day out as well. And then, finally, I'm just looking to build the team, right? And we have a high-performing team, prioritizing our leadership, development, and career pathways for, our A team players, maintaining strong, consistent communication and collaboration. Those things and a million other things, but those are what we're focusing on right now.
So when you talk about AP Midwest, what territory are you talking about there? Minnesota, the Dakotas,
Yeah.
Iowa.
Currently, we have an office in our main office is in Minneapolis. We have an office in Duluth as well, and an office in Bismarck, North Dakota. We have expanded. We've done work in North Dakota, Wisconsin, Iowa, and we're looking at work all the way out to Montana. We are looking to open another office in Rochester as well. We feel like we're well positioned to succeed in that market. So that's kind of our main regional focus right now.
Yeah, and A&P, of course, is one of those legacy contractors. Can you tell us a little bit, just briefly, about the history and how long you've been around and that kind of thing?
85 years. Something we're incredibly proud of. Our owners, started the company in the garage, and have been around for a long time. The family is incredibly active in everything that we do. Something that we're incredibly, proud of. We've got family members that are superintendents, family members working in the office, and to see kind of the work that they put in, and the pride that they take in the business, it's inspiring to everyone. That they're being active in the business really helps us, forge a connection to the history, and all the work and sweat and tears that went to build, what we've got today. So something that we're incredibly proud of, that family owned business mentality and you know, uh, everything that goes along with it.
And I wonder if you could tell us a little bit about your own construction journey and how you got into the business and
Yeah.
how long you've been in the business now. I know you're a real veteran of the Minnesota construction industry. Tell us about it.
Yeah, I started when I was 18. I was setting rebar for heavy highway jobs. Not an easy job, but one that was taught me a lot about hard work and got me introduced to the construction industry. My father was a foreman. I spent time, framing houses and always working in the construction industry. Something that I was, always was always in front of me, something I was always looking at, and participating in. When I went to school, I decided that I was going to get a construction management degree from the University of Northern Iowa, something I'm very proud of, with a business minor. Um, I was gonna get in the business to be an estimator. Something that I was always extremely interested in. I had an uncle who was an estimator, and I was really interested in digesting the plans, kind of planning out a project in my head. That was something that I was really drawn to. I spent a number of years, over 30 in the industry altogether. I would say 20 of it has been, estimating and leadership positions. It's something that has been extremely rewarding, seeing the projects that I've been involved with come into place, see how they affect the skyline of cities. It's something that I always say that I take a lot of pride in because you can see the work, you can see it in place, and you can see how it helps people.
Yeah, what are a couple of the more memorable projects you've worked on?
Oh man. Well, they're all memorable. I am really proud of the work that we've done to establish a strong North Dakota office. We've got a ton of work out there that are focused on helping the communities. Right now, one of my favorite projects we're currently building in for the MHA Nation, a community center in Mandaree. That community center is it's gonna be amazing for that community. It's an incredible community who are proud and who are ready to experience that building and are excited for it. And jobs like that are really what excite me. It's stuff that serves the community, and day one you're gonna see a real impact. Also very proud of, I know it's not as exciting as a large community center, but super proud of a couple of the parking garages we have in Rochester right now. Like everything in Rochester, it's tied closely to the healthcare market. And I've experienced spending time in Rochester, as a lot of people in this state, in this country have, with loved ones who are down there, struggling to get better. And even an infrastructure project like a parking garage, knowing that it's gonna make people's lives easier as they're making that park and walk to the building, and just impacting that a little bit. having gone through that, I think that job, those jobs really, they mean a lot as well. So they don't have to be big, huge, beautiful jobs. I think what really stands out for me is, helping the community and helping the people in it.
Yeah, they all serve a purpose. What are some of the other sectors you're active in right now?
I mentioned tribal. We're in the healthcare market. We're doing K-12 and higher ed. We have an extremely strong municipal and corrections division. Some of our best work right now. We're working on I'm going to get the terminology wrong. A transformational center, not a correctional facility. For women clients. Again, I struggle with the words now. You can't. They're not prisoners anymore. That's for sure. But it's a new and exciting type of facility to help people turn their lives around.
Yeah,
That kind of breaks the mold. So when people hear, "Oh, you're in corrections," isn't that a lot of bricks and and steel, and it's not. It's a lot of understanding what daylighting, how that affects people in those situations, really trying to transform their lives in a positive way. Those are jobs that we take a lot of pride in. Um, so yeah, I
yeah,
think, and we're also doing water treatment. We ranked number 25 in the ENR's top 100 green contractors list and we've been right around 25 for 3 years in a row, because we're prioritizing green materials, geothermal systems, cross-laminated timber. We're building a lot of these projects that really help clients meet their sustainability goals. We have over 100 jobs that are LEED certified. So that kind of trickles across all of the different markets, but it's certainly something that we focus on. And is
yeah.
certainly supported by our work in the PFAS and water treatment markets as well.
Hmm. Well, great. So I wanted to get your thoughts on some of the opportunities and challenges in the construction industry writ large here, in particular in the upper Midwest. Of course, there's a lot of talk in the news about tariffs and things of that nature. Workforce is always an ongoing challenge. What's your assessment here of the opportunities and challenges in the coming years?
Yeah, I think the hot topic right now is tariff uncertainty. Certainly, the possibility of new tariffs, particularly in steel and aluminum, kind of adds a different level of complexity to kind of already a market that's just finally starting to settle post-COVID. So it's something that we're keeping a close eye on. We're proactively monitoring policy developments. It seems every day something new comes out. And we're working closely with our procurement teams and our trade partners to understand the impact. I think that the real key is to get out in front of it, talk to the trade partners, talk about potential risks. And again, so much of what we do in construction is risk mitigation, in identifying these risks that the tariffs bring, immediate risk to our immediate jobs and our immediate clients. We're taking the time to reach out to the subcontractors, understanding multiple different scenarios of what if this happens? What does that do to your pricing? And we're going back to the owners and we're letting them know that this is what we see happening. This is the worst case scenario. This is how we respond. And it's proactively planning and coming up with it, with a solution. We're also, our industry benefits from the high percentage of our work that is labor, right? Certainly we're buying materials, but 50% of what we do is the hard work of men and women to install those materials, right? And that price certainty remains, pretty locked in. I mean, we got a great idea on that. So why tariffs can swing some industries higher than others, and of course, you think construction, certainly aluminum, steel, wood, all those items are issues, but through proper mitigation and planning and also understanding that it affects us for sure. Maybe it doesn't affect us as much as people like to think. So
Hmm. How are you doing on the workforce front?
Oh, good. I mean, a proud union contractor here in the Twin Cities. They're incredible to keep us with skilled labor. I know that we've got an incredible amount of work that we're actually building ourselves. I mean, we're builders, obviously, right? We do concrete, we do masonry, we do carpentry. Oh, excuse me, carpentry, demo, and not masonry, but concrete. So those are our main scopes of work. We've got a lot of work there, and we haven't had significant issues in trying to staff those jobs. I think our labor challenges and opportunities come from supervisory staff. People like our project managers, people like our superintendents. Those leaders are hard to find in a highly competitive market where everyone's trying to snatch them up. So a lot of our focus is on retention, employee engagement, making sure that the people who are here are being taken care of. Um, and that really goes back to, taking care of their safety as well, which is again a high priority. We feel like if we do our jobs, take care of our people, that'll increase our retainage and kind of help with that. But we've been really lucky as far as workforce goes, that we haven't run into any major issues.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, great. You mentioned University of Northern Iowa. It's your
Yeah.
alma mater. Go Panthers. Uh,
Yes,
are you from Iowa?
I am. I grew up in Mason City, Iowa, right, 30 miles from the border. So,
Okay, great. All
yep,
right. So you're proud Midwesterner.
absolutely. Through my career, I've um, always just been proud of how the people in the Midwest and in, the areas that we talked about, AP being active and just how they take care of each other. There's a level of cooperation, coordination that doesn't that doesn't happen in a lot of different areas of the country. We're in an incredible sweet spot. So we have so many successful construction companies here, because we have an incredible labor force, supported by incredibly strong unions that with incredible training programs. We've got unbelievable subcontractors willing to budget work, willing to buy into safety cultures and quality cultures. And I think that, those two things coupled with, a hard work ethic and, Midwest nice, so to speak, I think is an amazing equation that equals a lot of great construction companies.
Well, great. Well, David, we've covered a lot of ground there, and it's been great chatting with you. Any parting thoughts before I let you go?
I don't think so, Brian. It's been great to chat with you about AP. Again, we're really excited about kind of our future and kind of how we're growing as a company. I think that there's some exciting times and coming down the pike for AP. So I appreciate the time you took today, and it's great talking with you.
All right, David. Well, congrats on the new job and good luck to you. And hopefully we can stay in touch and chat in the future about different things you're working on. So,
That'd be great, Brian. Thank you.
all right. Thank you. Have a good day.
You too.